Welcome, Capricorn, to High Priestess Influence and to your weekly tarot intuitive guidance. This will be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 9th through the 15th. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with this message whenever you view it, or you may find none at all since it's general. Just take anything that resonates with you, leave the rest for someone else, and never put anyone else's judgment or opinion above your own, Capricorn. You know what's best for you. And please keep in mind that the cards are just here as guides, not as predictors. It is my intention to attract the cards that will best serve those of you who actually view this message. And it's my intention to attract the cards and the intuition along with them that will best serve those of you who actually view. And, in that case, really, Capricorn, there really aren't any bad cards, right? Because it's guidance. It's not prediction. So my readings, I'm not speaking for anyone else, my readings. So from the minor arcana, we have on the left the physical realm, in the center the mental realm, on the right we have the spiritual realm. So in other words, what's going on in your physical world, what you're experiencing, where your focus is at, what's on your mind, what you're thinking about. Sometimes it's what you're talking about. It could be your beliefs. And then the spiritual realm is a message, often advice from the non-physical. It could be your inner being, your spirit guides, source, whatever is meaningful to you. And then from the major arcana, I've been shuffling, waiting for the card that best represents the overall energy to jump out, but I'm getting the feeling that I should be waiting on this until after we talk out the minor arcana cards. So let's get started with those. So you only had one card jump out for your physical realm here. And we have the Six of Swords. I really like the energy of the Six of Swords. I just got the feeling of caring, of taking care of someone or taking care of others. And I'm not sure if you're having the experience of being taken care of or if you are taking care of another or others. So I'm feeling as though this will vary for each of you. But I'm feeling, that things are getting better for you. And I feel as though others are involved. I just got the feeling for some of you that you're moving to a better place in your relationship with someone else. I did get the feeling that it was a romantic type of relationship, but I also feel it's not necessarily true for all of you. You're moving to a new understanding in your relationship or your relationships. And I get the feeling that you're being easier with each other. So again, this feels really general and only one card jumped out. So this is meant to be general and it's meant to apply to a lot of you and to a lot of situations. But I feel as though you've made progress or you're making progress in your relationships. And again, there's a sense here of either being cared for by someone else or caring for someone else, taking care of someone else. And, for some of you, it is mutual. I just got the feeling that in some of your situations, it's kind of like, yeah, well, one of us carries, this burden while the other one carries that burden. So we take care of each other in different ways. We bring different things to the table. But, I felt like times are getting better, or better times are on their way. And I feel like some of you can recognize this. You can see that, yeah, you know what? Things are getting better. Things are improving. It might be slow go. It's not like an overnight windfall, something that happens really quickly. It's really kind of like progress, gradual progress, the normal natural progression of things when you have people who are in alignment, mixing it up together. Then the growth, the progress, the expansion that you have as a group or as a couple or whatever this is for you, that expansion, that progress, it happens. And it can be gradual, it can be slow, but it also can be recognizable. Like, wow, you know what? Things have been really good lately between us, and they're just getting better. I feel like we've reached a new level of expansion with each other. I feel like we've reached a new level of understanding with each other and understanding each other. There's a difference there. So I like that. So you have the Two of Pentacles here, and I immediately just got the feeling that some of you are being deliberate about your alignment. I really like that. Like, you're deliberately trying to bring your better self to the table for the other or the others involved. In other words, moving into a situation with them and intentionally being positive, because you know that when you are positive, that vibration attracts more positivity, not only from the others, but from all of the things you're experiencing. So I feel like some of you are deliberately being more upbeat, more positive. You're making it a point to be more positive. It's not just something that's happening for most of you. But I also just got the feeling that if you don't recognize yourself in this piece of the message, Capricorn, that this is advice for you, that you should be more deliberate in how you enter a situation, particularly involving other people. So let's say you're on your way to work. You want to be deliberate in your focus about having high expectations for your interactions with your clients or your coworkers. Let's say you're on your way home to be with family. You want to deliberately have high expectations and positive focus about the interactions and the fun and joy and experiences that you will have with those people. So it's really, again, it's about being deliberate. I mean, I don't know if I say this a lot to you, Capricorn, but I feel like I say it a lot. But it really is about being deliberate and not just like going through life in like a robotic way where you just go through the motions based on what you've always done in the past and all that kind of stuff. I really feel like it's really important to be deliberate here. So every time you're moving into a new situation with new people, be deliberate about be deliberate with your thoughts about having fun with those people or having positive interactions with those people and about those people in general, okay? So now you have the, in the spiritual realm, you have the Five of Swords on top. What do you have? 4 cards here. Five of Swords on top. You have the Ten of Pentacles reversed below that. You have the Six of Cups upright beneath that. And you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so we have several messages here of advice from the universe. It's possible they will mesh together, but I do feel compelled to say that some of these messages from the spiritual realm, like advice, may be like separate for different for each of you. Okay, so you really might want to kind of like almost like listen carefully and see which message is for me, if not all of them. Which message is for me, or which piece of advice do I personally need here? Okay, so this is the Five of Swords here. The number five is about change. So I just got the feeling that some of you need to change your belief that this is a competitive world and that you either win or you lose, that it's like a win-lose situation. You need to change that belief because we each create our own experience, our own life, our own reality, our own world. We each create our own experiences through our vibrations first, and then, our actions that we end up taking through our vibrations or by not listening to our vibrations. But either way, okay, I don't want to get off track here with the message because I don't want to lose it. Okay, so you need to recognize that it does not need to be a competition. Someone else doesn't need to lose for you to win. And someone else winning doesn't mean that you need to lose or that someone needs to lose. There don't need to be any losers because we all create our own experience through our vibration. And our vibration comes from our emotions, our beliefs, our thoughts, our expectations. So you need to just be aware that you're not in competition with anyone else. Okay, I think that's the main message here. Okay, you need to change the belief that it needs to be competitive. There are enough resources to go around. The universe responds to our vibrations. If everyone in the universe had a vibration saying that they wanted, well, put it this way. I'm going to make this really simple. If everyone in let's say just the planet, everyone on the planet has the same exact desire, and everyone on the planet is energetically in alignment with this and believes it can happen, knows it can happen, feels wonderful about it, has no doubt about it, then the universe would respond and we would each receive that. So the universe is responding to each of us as individuals. And it doesn't matter what each person has. There is enough to go around, and you don't need to feel competitive with others, and you don't need to feel as though it's a win-lose situation. It can be win-win. But you can only concern yourself with your own vibration. Okay? You can't create someone else's frequency or vibration for them. Okay. I'm actually feeling like this message is almost saying the same thing, but a little bit differently. You can only be responsible for your own abundance, Capricorn. You cannot create for others. Now, your positive vibration can influence others. So, in other words, if you are walking around just like on cloud nine, so to speak, if you are feeling really good and you have high expectations for life and everything, and you know there's nothing, serious here, there's nothing to worry about, everything always works out. My vibration, my point of attraction is really high and I'm feeling good. Yes, you can influence those around you. Your positive vibration can have an effect on them, but you cannot vibrate for them. So you need to worry about your own vibration. You need to worry about your own relationship and beliefs surrounding abundance. You need to leave everyone else's beliefs around abundance out of it. So, example, let's say you're getting into alignment and you believe that, you can have everything and every experience that you want and it will all come to you in the right timing, because you don't want everything all at once. That would actually be unpleasant and overwhelming, right? But you know that you're just going to attract throughout your lifetime all of the experiences that you want, and they will come in perfect timing and when you're ready for them. And you're just feeling really good about that. But you have a partner or a friend or a roommate, someone close to you who is pessimistic and does not have those beliefs. Okay, the universe is encouraging you here that you need to leave everyone else's vibration out of it, everyone else's opinion out of it. This is about your relationship with what you want in your life, what you desire in your life. You cannot force someone to see things your way or feel as positive as you do. But you also don't want them to affect your vibration. So this is really about leaving everyone else out of it. Whatever abundance means to you is what it means to you. To some people, it's not money. To some people, it's not material gain. Right? I mean, like, my grandmother just came to mind and I just got like a tingling in my head, okay? She's in the non-physical now, and obviously she's, weighing in here because she used to always say, health is wealth. Now, my grandmother, she wanted to be comfortable and this and that, but she did not care about material wealth. She did not care about having a lot of money or having fancy things. In fact, over the years, she accumulated a fair amount of, relatively speaking, a fair amount of money and wealth along with my grandfather, but she didn't want to spend it on herself, and she didn't need anything fancy. She, that wasn't her goal. So her understanding of abundance was health. She always wanted to be healthy. She always wanted to be healthy. And she had her physical health, until like 96 when she left. She was still bopping around and roaming around and stuff. So that was what was important to her. So you can't take into consideration anyone else's definition of abundance or relationship with it. This is all about you and your relationship with it. So we have the Six of Cups here. So with this one, I'm feeling it's about nurturing. It's about nurturing those close to us, I'm feeling here. And you know what? I that's what I kind of felt with the Six of Swords, that when I said that your situation with others was improving, and I felt that someone was caring for someone, or someone, you're either caring for others or they're caring for you, and then I had the mutual feeling there. So this is really just more of that energy, but with like a PS there. It's like, okay, when you keep nurturing your relationships with positive energy, it will be a give and take. Sometimes you will be the giver, sometimes you will be the taker, and it will all balance out. And I feel like that's already happening though for a lot of you, and I feel like you already recognize it. So this is like kind of like more like encouragement to, yes, you're on the right track. Keep that energy going. Keep the love. Put the love out there just on a general level, even. Just put the love out there. Enter every interaction saying, okay, I'm going to enter this interaction with this person or this experience from a stance of love and understanding. Will that fall by the wayside now and then because we're human and we fall into our old habits? Of course. But I feel like if you keep doing that and keep practicing it, you are going to, first of all, feel so much better and so feel so good about life and about yourself. But you're also going to attract so much more of that back to you. You know, that expression, what comes around goes around, just came to me. You know, like a boomerang, that also just came to me. Like, right, like you get what you put out there, you get back. That just, I got that feeling here. So beneath that, you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed here. Okay, so I just got the feeling like someone's saying, well, what if I get stuck? What if I like revert back to negative thinking? Like, okay, what I'm feeling here is almost like, almost like a hesitancy to move forward because of like superstition. Let me see if I can clarify this. Kind of like, well, if I think really positively, then I'm going to be waiting for the next negative thing to happen. I'm going to be worried about it when it happens, and so I feel like there's like a sense of holding yourself back out of superstition for some of you. This is only for some of you, but I get it. I know what you mean. Sometimes when things start going really well, you're afraid to appreciate them because you don't believe that it can keep going. Now, it can keep going, Capricorn, but you do want to just be aware that there will always be contrasting experiences, because it's the contrast that provides the opportunity for growth and expansion. And it's the contrast that clarifies what you want in your life, like what you want to focus on next, what you want to go for next. If everything just went along perfectly all day long, every day, then it wouldn't be perfect anymore. It just would be. And you wouldn't even be able to appreciate those wonderful times, those fun times, those joyful times, those serene times, those calm times, if everything was always perfect. And I also want to add to this, Capricorn, while we try to get the major arcana here. I just saw my friend, the black squirrel, out the window, because a lot of times while I'm talking about this, I'm really just looking out the window. I'm not really looking at the cards. So sometimes I recognize that I hold them wrong in the screen there. But anyway, my black squirrel friend, I always feel as when I'm doing readings and I see him or her, I feel as though it is good luck. And that is because in the region I live in, I have too many. This major arcana just doesn't want it. Maybe the message is complete. But yeah, or it's giving me time to tell the black squirrel story. I feel like it's good luck. So I feel like this is a good, a positive omen for you. Maybe in the sense that you are making progress and you're moving along and you're really listening to these messages of encouragement from the universe. And okay, these two cards just flipped over. I'm going to get to those in a minute. But I'm really like all over the place. I apologize, Capricorn. But the region I live in, I don't have black squirrels. I only have gray squirrels. In my entire life, I had never seen a black squirrel until this one a few months ago, and now it just hangs around this little section of the neighborhood all the time. I don't know how it got here, or if it's from a mutation or something. I know black squirrels exist in other regions. I know that, but I have never seen one in my life. So now, whenever I see it, especially during, I always feel like it's a good omen, but when it's during a reading, I feel like it's a good omen for the sign or person for whom I'm reading. Now, Capricorn, it took a really long time, and these two cards jumped out together, so it's obviously meant for you. I love it here. And it was meant to come out at the end of the message for whatever reason. So, beautiful energy here. Judgment. You are like shedding your old skin and starting anew. You have that energy of, I feel like some of you already recognize this too, like you're a new person. And it's like the opportunity for a fresh start, and you're going to take advantage of it. And with justice, I'm really feeling a balance between the physical you and the spiritual you, that I'm looking at the sword, and I just got the feeling of like a new understanding of your relationship, your human side with your non-physical side, your physical being with your non-physical being, and a balance there. Now, with judgment and justice together, I also feel that there may be some of you out there who have, you may actually have a legal case going on, and judgment is in your favor, and that it's a fair outcome. The judgment is in your favor and it's a fair outcome. And for others, I'm just feeling that you are in such a positive vibration or positive alignment with the energies of judgment and justice that you are actually withholding judgment of yourself, withholding judgment of others, withholding judgment of where you are right now, and just allowing like that progress, that feeling of moving, times getting better, things are good and they're getting better kind of thing. Like you're like reserving judgment, and you're just allowing things to happen. And justice, that energy of fairness, that's you understanding that the universe is always fair, in the sense that it's all energetic. It's not like the universe is judging you and saying, okay, your vibration is low, so I'm going to give you that. It's not like that. It's an energetic attraction. And you're recognizing that. You're recognizing that everything is energy, and that whatever I receive is what I've attracted to me. And in that sense, it's fair. There is a fairness about the universe. It may seem unfair, and that's why we sometimes get caught up in other people's vibration, because we want others around us to have high vibrations also, so that they can have the experiences that they desire. But you're recognizing now the fairness of the universe, and that you can't vibrate for anyone else. You realize that if everyone gets into alignment, it can be a win-win situation. But you are also recognizing that it's not your responsibility. You might be able to affect others with your positive thoughts, your positive vibrations, but you can't actually change their vibration. It has to come from within them. So in that sense, that fairness in the universe. Okay, my dear Capricorn friends, this was really, really long, maybe the longest weekly I've ever done. So, with that, I'm just going to ask that if you'd like to support this channel, just do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already and clicking the notification bell. But either way, thank you so much for being with me, Capricorn. If there is no message at all in here that is for you, I'm sorry that you listened this long, but go check out your moon and rising sign messages and have a fabulous week. See you next week.